I talk about all the time, you have to find new mountains to climb. The most dangerous thing that could ever happen to a man is that he gets to the top of a mountain with nowhere to go, because he can only sabotage himself down. He can only sabotage himself down. And oftentimes, because he's bored, he's gonna do that with substances. He's gonna start drinking, he's gonna start smoking weed, he's gonna start doing drugs, he's gonna let women distract him. Major vice. You absorb women, you don't chase them. You chase your life and the person you're gonna become, and the women get in your way or chase you. And so as long as you can be in a place where you're constantly looking to the next place, and you don't let anything get in the way of that or hinder that, then you have a really good chance to be everything you ever wanted to be in life. I'll take persistence over talent all day. If we were building a video game character for who I'm gonna be, and raw talent and not quitting were sitting hand in hand, I would pick not quitting all day, because raw talent does not save you from getting punched in the face in business. It will help you, it will amplify you, but it will allow you to quit without persistence. Persistence is a thing that is gonna get you through all the storms. It's the thing that's gonna bring you back again, where you get up again and again and again and again, and then and only then you start to see the patterns in a business, and you can start to dodge those punches because you've already been hit by them. But you can't dodge those punches moving forward if you never get off the canvas. Even a talented man can take a hit. Persistence, you can't stop. And so you can acquire the skill set you need to win. And that's what's ultimately gonna make you competent, because talent is not competency. Experience and knowing what you're doing makes you competent. And that's what makes you win in the end. It's never gonna be raw talent. Even if you have the most raw talent in the world, it's not gonna do it.
Why do you think luck is such an important factor in people?
Because I think luck can be generated. Luck is nothing more than preparation meeting opportunity. You can get really, really lucky by doing something so long that you're finally at the right place in the right time. And it can just miss you many, many times before that. But the more competent you become, the better you put yourself in position on the field. And the next thing you know, the ball bounces your way. Sometimes it bounces right into your hands. But you have to be on the field in the first place to be able to be in a position to see luck ever. So the more you develop yourself, the more you put yourself out there, the more lucky you become. And people will say it's all due to luck, but I can tell you it's not. You think Michael Jordan practiced doing reverse layups years after years after years after years. Every time he made a reverse layup in a game, sometimes not even looking, he had enough muscle memory to get it close. Was it luck that made the ball go in? Sometimes, maybe so. But it took his skill set in doing that thing again and again and again and again that created the opportunity for the luck to happen in the first place. The harder you work, the luckier you'll get, and there's definitely a correlation between the two. It's preparation meeting opportunity, and we call it luck. I've had plenty of it in my life, and I plan to develop myself to have even more in the future. I don't look back at my childhood and think it's anything special. I actually think it's quite common. Most people, especially in 2023, are struggling. Of course, there's broken homes. There's probably a bit more violence in my childhood than maybe a normal person, but it also gave me a really strong view of reality. And so everything that's ever happened to me that the world might deem as negative, I feel like I've been blessed to be able to turn that into a superpower for me in my understanding, or how I choose to frame it, or the relationship I have with it. And I think that when people can change their mindset from, this happened to me to this happened for me and this is how it serves me now, is really how you can start to change that whole mental programming into what, like a positive momentum. And I think if you can get there, man, there's not a lot you can't accomplish. You know how people are always like, oh, well, this happened to you as a kid, so you must have these traumas. I don't feel like I have traumas. I look back at it and I say, okay, that happened. What was going on in that scenario?
What are the main things that keep a person not successful?
Not being true to yourself. You're never going to be successful if you're not true to yourself. Even if you're being loyal and not true to yourself, you're going to fail, because you're going to live out the dreams of somebody else. And that's never going to be a good thing. You're going to wish you had done something else, but you didn't, because you were worried about somebody else's opinion of you. You're not going to chase your dreams. You're going to leave songs that you wrote in a notebook somewhere. You're going to leave ideas that you had in a notebook. You're going to leave all the things that you wanted to go be when you grew up, some notebook somewhere while you're on the way to your grave. That's the saddest thing I could ever think to happen to somebody. They had songs in their heart they never sung. It's not a good idea. I think the number one way to be unsuccessful is to not follow the things that you truly believe that you could be great at. If you do that, then you can almost be guaranteed to an unsuccessful life. You should be willing to burn the boat for the things that you believe that you could be great at, regardless of what anybody thinks or the level of risk involved. Because if you don't, you'll die with those things in your heart. And in my opinion, there's not a worse death that you could have.